The reality is no one cares about software. Software is something we use to get our jobs done. And the fact that in 2026, the state of the art for real estate teams is still logging into someone's software, manually pulling reports, manually tracking your deal pipeline in Excel is absolutely ridiculous and outdated. We've launched the GrowthFactor MCP, so that's not the case anymore. For the first time ever, teams can go into a platform and just ask for the answer. They can ask things like, where should I open a store? And expect the AI to go in, evaluate a market, do some comps, pull the demographics, compare them, assess the fit with their customer base, and come up with a hypothesis with one question. Because the teams and the deal makers are supposed to be out there making deals, negotiating terms, finding the right opportunity, not spending time pulling manual demographic reports. Optimize my portfolio in Chicago. I think there's more juice to squeeze. So it's getting all the sites we currently have in Chicago. It got the full footprint. Now there's like 30 in here, so it'd be a huge thing to do that manually. So now at first it's pulling the lowest performers, pulling the cannibalization of those, and making a table to look at sales, square footage, and sales per square footage for this retail concept. Before it even did anything, two things jumped out at it. It called out that there are two stores 1.7 miles apart, and this is like a fake TJ Maxx, so it correctly called out the fact that there's no shot you should have two stores only 1.7 miles apart. And then it's like now going through and it's running all of our tools like cannibalization analysis, pulling visibility and foot traffic and demographic data for each of those that are like the lowest performers by dollar amount to see what's going wrong, to figure out should we close it or should we move it or do something else entirely. Now this whole workflow so far would have taken about an hour plus, because before you'd have to go in, go to your system, find your sites, plot them on a map somewhere, look at the sales numbers manually, build that table manually yourself. I have a table in front of me right now. Computing cannibalization, manual process, or gut check, or going into GrowthFactor and looking at it one by one. But now I just did the whole thing. Looks like cannibalization is nearly 50% for some of these stores. So it's finding really good candidates to close and optimize. Yeah, I mean, this whole workflow before would have taken in person a whole day to do. That we're doing in a couple minutes. And now, honestly, while this runs, I can go and do other things and come back and find the answer while AI does its thing. So if you have a Team Cloud account, you can of course share the whole chat with your team. You can have it export it into a PDF or a report or a deck or whatever you would need to communicate these answers to your real estate committee and back up your decisions with data. Now, GrowthFactor is the only product on the market right now where you can use an MCP server to connect to Claude and do your analysis in one shot without waiting, with context of your entire business, to get to answers faster, cheaper, and better than you could before. We built this so anyone can log on and get a world-class analysis at the click of a button. It is for the part of America that really makes the economy move, the part that gets your physical goods in the hands of real people. For the deal makers on those teams, for the CFOs on those teams who want to make sure that they're moving efficiently, they're moving fast, and they can compete in an ever more competitive world.
GrowthFactor MCP, available today.